What is up, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, giving you commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Thank you guys so much for joining. Let's talk about yesterday Clash at the Castle in Scotland. Scotland, yes, I got it right. Now, we opened up, it was a pretty good show. We opened up with an I Quit match between AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes, two fellow Georgia guys. And it was a pretty good match. We saw Cody Rhodes. Everybody wants Cody to bleed. And what is it with everyone wanting to humiliate Cody in front of his mother? And what is it with everyone wanting to whoop Cody in front of his mother? This is just, I don't understand the pattern here. We want Cody. We got wrestlers who want Cody to bleed. We got wrestlers who want to whoop Cody and embarrass Cody in front of his mother and taunt his mother. I didn't think AJ Styles was actually picking up the chair to do harm to his mother, but I do believe that we are seeing a strange pattern where we want to see Cody whipped and humiliated in front of his mother. I don't understand it. But nonetheless, AJ Styles would continue to have a good match with Cody, and eventually AJ Styles, as I predicted, would say I quit. He did it to save his own skin, just like JBL did at Judgment Day 2005 and Batista did at Over the Limit 2010. They did it to save their skin. But saying I quit didn't save their skin because JBL still got hit with a truck pipe. Batista still got AA through the stage, and AJ Styles still got hit with steel stairs. And speaking of doing things inspired by The Rock, we also saw AJ Styles cuff Cody Rhodes and attempt to use chairs and kendo sticks just like The Rock did to Mankind. But the tables were flipped and AJ Styles was covered up. I think this is almost like a tease because remember the Bloodline, the new Bloodline 2.0, Solo Sikoa and Haku's kids would come in and attack Cody Rhodes. Thankfully, fellow Legacy member Randy Orton would come in alongside Kevin Owens to make the save. And I don't know what's going to happen at Money in the Bank, but I do believe that there is a bit of a buildup to get The Rock versus Cody, even though The Rock is out filming a movie documentary about a UFC legend. Nonetheless, I think we're going to get The Rock versus Cody at SummerSlam because we all want to see The Rock face Roman at next year's WrestleMania in Las Vegas. But who knows what's going to happen. We had the women's triple threat match for the tag team championships, where many people are questioning whether or not Jade Cargill tapped out or not. It almost seemed like she did tap out to Shayna Baszler's sleeper hold, but the referee named the female referee Jessica Carter was not in position to see the tap out. Kind of like at SummerSlam 2015 with The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Nonetheless, without Bianca and Jade being part of the decision, we would see Scottish female wrestlers Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the unholy female duo, win the women's tag team championships in their homeland of Scotland, which I thought would give some good omens and good luck to all the other Scottish wrestlers who were going to be there. However, unfortunately, Piper Niven, unfortunately for her, was unable to defeat Bayley for the Women's Universal Championship. And that also happened due to the fact that we had a whole bunch of shenanigans involving Chelsea Green, or as we like to call her, Nacho Chelsea, because she thinks she can come out with a mask and we don't know that it's her. She must think she's Hulk Hogan pulling off Mr. America. Nice try. We all knew it was him. We had Gable versus Sami Zayn. We saw some QR code things going on with Uncle Howdy teasing that he's coming to WWE. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen when that happens. But we had, no, it was kind of funny. We watched both men attempt German suplexes where they were just going around and round and around each other, with Sami Zayn attempting a reverse suplex, which was successful. Now, some outside shenanigans, as was in the other match, happened in this match for the Intercontinental Champion, which involved Maxine and Otis. Otis was conflicted. We saw, I'm very grateful, first of all, that Maxine didn't get accidentally haluva kicked when she was standing in the corner, which I was very fearful was about to happen. But thankfully, that didn't happen. Unfortunately, Gable was accidentally shoved into Maxine, hurting her already injured leg. And so Otis carried her out. And with Otis taking Maxine out, it gave room for Sami Zayn to go for the haluva kick to Gable, which would eventually lead the 1, 2, 3, and Sami Zayn would win. Now, I'm hoping that Otis will pull an Alex Riley from summer 2011. That was awesome. I will never forget the time when Alex Riley snapped at The Miz, and then the next week, Alex Riley had a new theme song that I really love called Say It to My Face by Downstate, who also does Cody Rhodes' Kingdom theme. So that happened. I'm really hoping that Otis finally snaps and stands up to Gable. I really hope that happens because we want Gable to shoosh. Also, in our main event tonight, we didn't have a lot of matches tonight. But in our main event, which is interesting because if you look at AEW's Dynamite, it was a lot of matches. It was good, but a lot of matches. They didn't have a lot of matches in this card in WWE. But we had Drew McIntyre, who had the biggest, loudest ovation because that was his hometown and his home country of Scotland. They went crazy just like they did at Cardiff Wells. I was really hoping that we would hear a piece of Broken Dreams, but we didn't. But we got a huge ovation as the band played for Scotland. And also, it sounds like they were also tributing the late Roddy Piper. Nonetheless, Drew got an amazing, loud ovation, and Priest was booed. We saw a Claymore kick through the barricade. We saw Priest almost have an accident with his leg attempting to do a dive over the top rope to come back what Drew did when he went for a running senton over the top rope in the beginning as well. I was really hoping, I was very afraid. What I saw tonight was what I feared would happen. And even though I am a fan of CM Punk when he's face, and Drew is technically heel, or as I like to call him, Caillou McIntyre. And this Monday, Drew McIntyre is going to be a whole nother level of Caillou McIntyre because he is going to be pissed come Monday because when the referee accidentally got knocked out, I said, oh, something bad finna happen. And boy, was I right. And it was CM Punk, which I feared this would happen because while Drew was praying for things to happen, I was fearing that this would happen because my original desire was for Drew to win the World Championship, face CM Punk for the World Championship, and eventually it would lead to Punk versus Seth for the World Championship at WrestleMania in Las Vegas next year. That way we can get Rock versus Roman at Las Vegas and Punk versus Seth in Las Vegas, which we were supposed to get this year, but Punk got injured. And I think Punk's injuries and the fact that Drew taunted him is the reason that Punk. alongside Sugar, according to the press conference with Triple H, decided to ruin it for Drew McIntyre. And the fans were angry. One of the fans was throwing stone cold fingers, and it was only a couple of fans chanting for Punk, but the rest of the crowd was irate, angry. And I was a little bit upset about it because I'm like, we could have got Drew versus Punk for the World Championship, which would have led to other things that I wanted to see happen. But nonetheless, interesting storytelling. I cannot wait to see what happens Monday in Texas. But for now, I'm your host, Ian Cody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you thought about Clash at the Castle. And I will see you another time with a review on all things wrestling. Have an incredible weekend. And like Triple H said, ease up on the sweet CM Punk.